Last time on punctuation. Professor Word, Farmer Ted, and Shaun have found the treasure. After examining its contents, Professor Word takes it to his office, intending on looking it over. However, he is visited by the intruder once again, only this time he got what he came for. And now, episode 10 of Punctuation.
Uh-oh,
What? What's wrong?
it's gone.
What's gone?
The treasure, it's gone.
What? How's that possible?
I guess I had another robbery last night.
You better alert your cousin. Inspector Brackett.
Yeah, you're probably right. Hello, Barry? It's Henry. Well, you're not gonna believe this, but there was another robbery here in my office last night. Yeah, and they took the treasure. Okay, sounds good. Okay, he'll look into it.
Okay, good. Well, there's nothing more we can do now, so let's get on with today's episode.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Shaun Allen Films, the educational series. I'm Shaun Allen. This is episode 10 of Punctuation. In our last episode, we learned about the slash.
If you want to see that episode, click the annotation above. Or, if you can't see it, click the link down below entitled Previous Episode. In today's episode, we're going to be learning about semicolons and colons.
So if you're ready, then let's get started. Semicolons and colons are two completely different symbols. You can probably tell this because their names are different.
Wow, that was awkwardly a semi-intelligent statement from the student. I guess there's hope for him yet.
I like trains and action figures.
Oh, brother.
Let's first take a look at semicolons. Semicolons are used to help bring sentences together. Periods end sentences, but semicolons bring sentences together that are of equal grammar rank. By the way, we have some rules to go over, so let's get to them. Rule number 1. You can use a semicolon to group together two independent clauses that do not end with a coordinating conjunction. Here's an example. The pool is nice and clean. We use chlorine to keep it that way. Whoa, wait a second. That wasn't a semicolon. That was a comma. This is a run-on sentence. Since this second sentence seems to go along with the first sentence, we replace the comma with a semicolon. There, that's better. Now this is correct.
Okay, on to rule number 2. You can use a semicolon when independent clauses come together with a transitional expression. What are transitional expressions? Well, they're mostly conjunctive adverbs and transitional phrases. You might want to look them up in your textbook. Let's look at a couple of examples. Farmer Ted distributed the seeds accordingly. In addition, he even measured their distance. See? We used accordingly as our conjunctive adverb. We then inserted the semicolon after it. The sentence continues with the transitional phrase in addition. Here's another example.
Farmer Ted found a snake in his overly weeded garden. As a result, he removed the snake carefully. Okay, stop. That sentence didn't sound correct at all. In fact, it doesn't even have a conjunctive adverb. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of the semicolon and replace it with a period.
I don't see no snake. Y'all must be crazy. Huh? I found the snake!
By the way, never deal with a snake like that. Leave it to the professionals. There are some snakes out there that are poisonous and can bite you and kill you. And I believe that snake was a coral snake, which is extremely dangerous. So be careful. All right, let's move on to rule number 3. You can use a semicolon when you are using a sentence containing internal punctuation. Here's an example.
3 of the educational series characters have their own solo series. Shaun Allen with the Disneyland Video series, Professor Word with Professor Word's Office, and Professor Biochem with Professor Biochem's Laboratory. Notice that in place of where the commas would normally go are semicolons. That's because we are using commas in a different location. If the semicolons were removed and replaced with commas, the sentence would look like this. Yep, it looks pretty messy. See why we needed to use semicolons? Just using the commas would make the sentence too confusing. Okay, I think we learned enough about semicolons for now. Let's move on to colons. In fact, we used one in the previous example. So, what is it exactly?
A colon is a symbol that makes us aware that the words following a sentence are important. It could be anything from a list of things, actors' names, fruits and vegetables. You get the idea. The list goes on. Here are a few examples.
Ooh, strange colors. Hey, Shaun, would you mind taking a sip of my experiment?
Oh, sure, Professor Biochem. Tastes good. What's in it?
Oh, there's all sorts of ingredients. Water, apples, sugar, natural flavoring. Oh, and fish and lizard DNA.
What?
Shaun, your hands!
What? What about my...
And that's why you should never drink anything from the lab.
Let's look at our example. Professor Biochem mentioned the ingredients he used in his failed experiment. Since we are talking about a list, we use a colon to separate the list from the sentence. That way it stands out.
Colons can also be used in quotations and appositives. Here's an example. Martin Luther King Jr. made this statement. I had a dream. See? Get it? Okay, good.
Colons can also be used in formal letters. For example, if you wanted to write a note to the President of the United States, you would say, Mr. President, colon. And you would use that for other formal letters. But if you wanted to write just a normal letter to like a friend, you don't need to use a colon. You need to use a comma instead.
And lastly, you can use a colon between two independent clauses if the second phrase explains the first. It sounds pretty basic, right? Oh, here's a quick tip. If your independent clause ends with a colon, then you can start off your next clause with either a capitalized letter or a lowercase letter. Hello?
Hello, Professor. This is Inspector Brackett.
Oh, hello, Barry. Inspector Brackett. Anything new about the treasure?
Yes, you're not gonna believe this, but I found the treasure.
You did? Where?
Believe it or not, but I found it at Pop's soda shop.
What? Why is it there?
I don't know, but I've got better news. I caught the culprit.
Really? Who is it?
Well, I hate to say it, but it's...
What's wrong, Professor Word?
Inspector, could you repeat that so Shaun can hear it?
Of course. The culprit is Professor Biochem.
What? Professor Biochem stole the treasure? Is this true? How is this possible? Find out next time on Punctuation.
Wow. I can't believe it. Well, that's all for today's episode. I hope you. Oh, who am I kidding? I was gonna say I hope you enjoyed it, but that phone call basically killed it. In our next episode, we're going to be learning about the rest of the punctuation marks, the ones we haven't covered in previous episodes. And let me just say, there are a lot of them. So be ready for them.
Oh, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, favor the video, and leave a comment below.
Be sure to check out Shaun Allen Films, the vlog series, and Shaun Allen Films, the Disneyland video series. And please follow the official Twitter and Facebook pages of Shaun Allen Films, the educational series. All the links are down below in the description of this video. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more educational videos. Well, that's all for today. Until next time, keep on learning. Okay. Well, as you can see, I'm prepping now for my scene where I look like I get these really weird creature hands. In fact, that's exactly what these are. These are Creature from the Black Lagoon gloves. I have one for this hand. Got these from Universal Studios Hollywood when they had the Creature from the Black Lagoon musical. Okay, this is gonna be difficult. There's like absolutely no way for me to get my fingers through this. Hey, I see that paw down there, Spidey. Okay, I think I've got this on so that I can use them. Alright. I finally got to use these in a video. I've wanted to do that for a while.
Wow, that was awkwardly a semi-intelligent,
What? Sounds like vitamin vegemite. Ooh.